Look a little bit closer. You never know what you may be missing. Pay attention to detail. Look just a little bit closer because you may be on the verge of discarding something that is very useful and beneficial to you, something that has a lot of life left in it. So I don't know who this is for and what specific situation this may be pertaining to, but if it's for you, you'll know because it's going to resonate with you. So if you are at the point to where you're getting ready to discard something and you feel like you're going to have to replace it, or it's just not working anymore, or you don't know what to do with it, and you're getting frustrated because you don't know what to do with it and you need to resolve this matter, look a little bit closer. Look a little bit closer because the solution may be right under your nose and you may be looking over it, acting out of emotion. You may be acting out of emotion and say, you know what, you in your feelings about how this thing not working is going to affect other things. So just little things like that for an example. So just look a little bit closer. Don't discard that thing quite yet because the answer may be right under your nose. And this may be to something that you've been trying to figure out. This may even be something big like a project or a business idea. And the way that you're going about it may not be working out. Something that was working might not be working anymore. Don't discard it. It may just be time for you to pivot. It may just be time for you. And this message is specifically for someone because, yeah, I didn't even know anything about Holy Spirit just took over with this. This is a business idea for someone. You have been putting in work. You have been watering your seeds. You have been sowing your seeds. You have been faithful. You have been putting in the work. You've been putting in the effort. And things started going. The wheels started, in motion. They started spinning. And then all of a sudden, it seems like things came to a pause. So now you're questioning the whole thing. You're like, well, okay, God, if, you told me this idea was for me. You told me that this was part of your purpose for my life. And you told me that this was a good idea. Like, I thought this was you telling me this. Was this you? You started out the whole thing because you feel like just because that one little bitty part is not working out the way that it was, you feel like you might as well dispose of the whole thing. Look a little bit closer because, see, a lot of times God will take you in a different direction than what you think he's going to take you. You may feel like he's going to keep you straight ahead the entire way. Meanwhile, God gonna take you left. He gonna take you right. He gonna take you straight. He might take you back a couple of steps, and he gonna take you forward. Then he gonna take you left. Then he gonna take you right, and then keep on pushing. So you must take the limits off of God. Never limit yourself. Never limit God. Be open to a change in direction because just because God is changing the direction at that moment doesn't mean that you're not going to end up back on the path or the road that you were already on. See, a lot of times God, his plans for you are far greater than your own. His ways are higher than your ways. His thoughts are higher than your thoughts. So if you think about it, God may have you working on something, right? And you all in, you putting all your effort, all your energy into that one thing. And you've been cultivating lots of energy and momentum that are building up and building up, and that thing is working, it's starting to flow. Now God's like, okay, you got that in function, in full function. It's working and it's functioning the way it's supposed to. Now I'm gonna need you to come over here and work on this because there are many parts to this picture. There are many parts to your purpose. So right now, I need you to let that be because that is already working. It's already working for you. So come over here, work on this, build here, build right here. And then when you're working, once you put all of your energy and all of your focus on that, you can get that working like it needs to be working and everything in motion. And once that happens, then you have this working, then you have this working for you. Now God might take you over here. He needs you to work on this. Give all your attention, your time, and your energy to this thing. And now once you get that part working and moving and in motion for you, then all the dots are going to connect. But you can't see that right now because you're still here. See, so you have to be willing to pivot because, like I said, sometimes God's gonna take you here, there, forward, backward, here, there, and you have to be willing to pivot because if you're so stuck in your mind and your own self-sabotaging, limiting beliefs that you have for whatever reason, because of whatever situation that you have dealt with in your past that may be keeping your mind stuck in that belief system, it's time to break through that. It's time to transcend those old belief systems, transcend our own self-imposed prisons that we create in our own minds by our beliefs, what we choose to believe. Because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if you believe that you're limited to this one area, you're going to be limited to that one area. If you believe that God is limitless and he can do anything for you and his plans for you are greater than your own, and you're open to pivot, if God say go left, you go left. If he said go right, even though you feel like you should keep going right because right's working for you. If he said leave right and go left, go. Everything is going to add up and it's going to work exactly the way it should. And God is so good. Thank you, Holy Spirit, because this message, I did not see it going this far.